Hi there guys, and welcome back to another video in the month of Retro Brown. Today we are using Machoke, the mid-stage evolution of the Machamp line, and look at him, he is an absolute chad. This is going to be a great run. I'm really excited that he came up on the wheel. Let's get started. So, let's have a quick chat about him before we even get started. He's got a base stat total of 405. A whopping 100 of that is in attack. I mean, it's a muscle Pokemon, you'd kind of expect that. It's spread out in HP and defense as well, relatively quite good. But its special and its speed really lack. And I mean really lack. That 45 base speed is going to be awful. I'm going to go with Jack Ruby for our rival for today. Let's have a chat about the opening moveset. So we start off with Karate Chop, Low Kick and Leer. Low Kick, fantastic. That's going to help us massively against Brock. Karate Chop, not so much, but it's still a really good move to be fair. It has high critical rate chance, so we're actually going to have quite a good moveset to do this early game with. As we get into the later game though, it's going to kind of drop off a bit because we don't really get a new move via level up to level 36. But as you can see, Karate Chop is such a good move in this early game. 50 base power, which of course pretty much doubles when you've got those high critical chances. It means that we've basically got a 100 base power move starting off. And of course, Low Kick is super effective against rock types. It doesn't even matter what level we were going to be against the Geodude and the Onix with Brock. We take an easy win and we move on to Cerulean, which is going to definitely be a harder matchup. But we can still do it because of the power of Karate Chop. We can also pick up Mega Punch in Mount Moon. That means we can take out the Staryu with relative ease. But that low special is going to be a problem here, as you can see. They always set up an X-Defend, well, pretty much most of the time, and Watergun is doing really big damage. We can tank it though, and we can still take a first time win. Now, one of the worst things about Machop is going to be its coverage of moves, really. I mean, we do get some great moves with Earthquake and Dig. We can learn Fire Blast, but with that low special, it's not really going to be that much, well, not very useful to be fair. But we also get the best rock move in the game, which is Rock Slide, which is definitely going to help us when it comes to Lance. Moving on to the SSN, we've picked up Body Slam. Of course, we're going to pick up Body Slam. It's this channel, it's the Retro Brown channel. Of course, we're going to pick up Body Slam if we can. It's a fantastic move to be using, but annoyingly, we get stand attacked by that Pidgeotto, which means we're going to have to really work our way around that accuracy drop. But because Ivysaur is not really going to be too much of a problem, we can take quite a comfortable win. We are level 28, we have strangely leveled up very fast, and we go into Surge's Gym, which of course brings the most annoying thing. As you can see there, the first switch is in the bottom right corner, the second switch is in the top left corner. How is that right next to each other? You tell me. I really hate this gym's puzzle. Anyway, now we've got through at Surge, it's not going to be a problem whatsoever. His Pokemon are really defensively weak, and we are going to take a very comfortable win here. We do run out of Body Slam PP, but because we've also picked up Dig, we've got a super effective move to take him out. It's not a hard fight whatsoever. It's probably one of the easiest fights that we're going to go against. This brings us on to the Exploding Hike in Rock Tunnel. Now, we have kept Low Kick for quite a long time here, purely because we know there's a lot of Rock-type Pokemon in the early game. We do have Dig as well, but Low Kick is more than enough to take him down, and we don't really have much of a problem against him. Same scenario for Giovanni as well. We are going into this fight poisoned. I was very confident in this one we were going to win, and we really are not going to have much of a problem whatsoever. Low Kick is doing massive damage. I'd rather use Low Kick right now over Dig, in case we can get that one shot. And we do get onto very low health for the Kangaskhan, but when he uses Rage, we hang on with 5 HP to take that win. I actually decided to skip Erica for a little while, just because, I mean, we have a super effective move with Dig, but she's been quite a hard gym leader the last few videos, so I wanted to go to the rival Lavender first, get that part of the story out the way, and then open up the rest of the game to it. At level 35, this fight is not going to be a problem whatsoever. And at level 36, we actually learn our first level up move, Focus Energy, which is completely useless. We will never use this move on one of our runs. The coding on Focus Energy in Gen 1 is broken, so it actually doesn't do what it's supposed to do. We can go and get Rock Slide, which is going to be one of the key moves for this run, and now we can have a go against Erica before opening up the rest of the game. Erica is going to be quite an easy fight. We do have Dig on our moveset. We could have gone to Saffron already to go and pick up Earthquake, but we're not going to do that yet. We're going to do that after this fight, because Earthquake is a fantastic move. It's basically the one-turn Dig. We definitely want that over Dig. Like, there's no question we want that over Dig. Now, you might have a look over at the moveset that we can learn via TMs, and there's a very interesting move that I didn't realise Machoke could actually learn, and that is Metronome. Yeah, Machoke can actually learn Metronome. We're not going to use it on this run, but still, I think that is a really cool move to be able to learn. Like, I don't think I've ever known a Machoke or a Machamp ever use this. It's a really unusual move to be using. Now we can't learn Tri-Attack, so that was useless to pick up, but we are going to teach Rock Slide at this point. We're going to get rid of Karate Chop finally for it. And we can see how we do against Jack Ruby over in Silphco. This is genuinely one of the harder fights in the game, because we don't really get a good matchup against the Pidgeot starting off, because it does have Wing Attack at this point. And it means we don't have very much HP for the Gyarados, and we are not one-shotting, so we do take a loss here. But I think with a few more levels, or even just a little bit better luck, we should do alright. So I'm going to go for Body Slam first against the Pidgeot. And taking 2 attacks, we're at 73 HP, which isn't great. We do get leered and then bitten. And we've got 43 HP for the remaining 3 Pokemon. Earthquake is super effective against Growlithe. And if as long as we no, we don't outspeed Alakazam. Oh god. This is where that 45 base speed is definitely going to become a problem. So we had to go up to level 45. Yeah, I went against a lot of the trainers in Silphco just to get up to level 45 because I didn't want to go elsewhere yet. Level 45 is a ridiculous level to be trying to do this fight at. And we do manage to take out the Alakazam at this point because it got a lucky miss. But Razor Leaf hits and we are pushed to go off to Fuchsia City. It's really annoying because we're going to have to be an even higher level now to just go against Rival 5. And it's really annoying. Like, I didn't want to be this high level to go against him. We used the bike glitch to grab a free bike, get through Bike Road, and we head off to Koga. Now, considering we've got ground type moves, this should be a very easy fight. And considering we're level 47, if I lose this fight, I will really be annoyed at myself. We do get poisoned, but none of his Pokemon are really a problem whatsoever. I am only using Dig for this one because I was hoping for the explosion chance. I mean, we didn't get it there, but we can still take Koga down very comfortably. But in the later game, as we're seeing here, Machoke is really starting to drop off in its potency. Early game was absolutely fantastic. And it took us to level 48 to be able to one-shot that Pidgeot with Rock Slide. So even with that amazing attack, we're still not doing very, very good damage. We still don't even outspeed that Alakazam at level 49, even though I've used as many Carbos as I could buy to this point. Yeah, we still didn't outspeed it. That 45 base speed is very detrimental to our performance. We can move past him to level 49 with a bit of RNG luck and move on to Giovanni, who of course not going to be a problem whatsoever. He is, for a fighting type Pokemon, a really easy matchup. Mostly he uses rock types, or he uses poison ground types, which means that we've got a good coverage of moves to be able to take him out very comfortably. This now brings us on to we don't have many other gym leaders left. We can go over to Cinnabar, we can go and beat Blaine, which probably will be the easier matchup, and you know what, we are going to go and do that now. Sabrina is going to be really difficult, and I think we need those extra levels to even make her battle viable. God knows how this is going to go when it comes to the Machop run, whenever that comes up on the wheel, but yeah, it's really going to be a hard fight. I think even a Machamp run is definitely going to be hard against Sabrina. If we don't outspeed, they hit us with a Psychic or Psybeam, we're not really going to do very well. We do beat Blaine very easily, and this leaves us only with Sabrina left. Level 51, we can outspeed majority of our Pokemon, and Venomoth, of course, is super effectively weak to ground type moves, but we don't outspeed the Alakazam. Thankfully, of course, it goes for Psywave and it misses. We win the battle and we can learn Submission at level 52. The best stab fighting move in Gen 1, but it comes with a lot of recoil damage. But we are going to teach it because with that stab fighting on it, it actually will be quite useful. Earthquake, of course, still going to be one of our main moves that we use. And annoyingly here, we don't outspeed that Doug trio. We do manage to take it down with one body slam, but we have taken quite a lot of damage there, and we do get poisoned by the Nidoqueen. So we need to make sure we can one-shot these remaining Pokemon, which we can on the Nidoking now we leveled up. And we are going to use Submission against Rhydon, but we start missing. And we are on low HP now. If we get hit by a Stomp, we're going to lose here. We don't, we outspeed, we use Earthquake, and we take the win out of every gym leader in Kanto. That leaves one more big challenge for the Elite Four. That is the rival outside of Viridian Forest again. And of course he always starts with Pidgeot and does big damage with Wing Attack. So no matter how I went about this fight, even at level 53, we always started off with quite a bad matchup. We can never outspeed him at this level. We do manage to get past the Gyarados, one of the scarier Pokemon, at level 53. The Growlithe is not a problem whatsoever. We've got Earthquake for that, but the Alakazam comes out and it is in no way we're going to outspeed that when we're only a few levels above it. So I had to go and do some training. I was not happy that I had to go and do this, but we had to go and do a little bit more training. So level 55, we gave it another shot. When I need to get up a few more levels, I usually do it level by level. So I'll go up to level 54. If that doesn't work, go up to level 55. Pretty much that's the way I go about it, really, because I want to do it as low level as possible, and I don't want to get up too many levels before figuring out which one was the optimum one to do it at the lowest. This Alakazam sets up a Reflect, which is really annoying, but we managed to get paralysed with Body Slam and get through to the Venusaur on really, really good HP. That very bad special though is not helping us out, and thankfully the Venusaur complies and doesn't use another Razor Leaf. But we took a ton of damage from that Razor Leaf, and that is not good. In Victory Road, it's a good place to start doing some training, and we're just going to make sure we go against a certain few trainers to get up those levels, because I don't want to use my rare candies yet. I want to use them just before the Elite Four, so I can get up as many levels as I can, and be at a good level to even try and attempt it. I always go against these two trainers just because they give you quite a lot of XP, especially this one that we're against right now because of the Chansey, our third Pokemon. Gives you over 2,000 experience, and it's an easy knockout with Submission. So it means we've got a lot of experience just from a couple of fights. That brings us on to the Elite Four though. Lorelei, I actually don't think is going to be too bad of a problem. I mean, her special type moves are really powerful, but we've got a very good spread of moves to be able to do this. Ideally, what we were hoping for is to happen straight away. The Dugong will only use Rest because it's a Psychic type move, and the AI suggests that's the most powerful move to be using because it's super effective. But then Cloyster comes out and does massive damage with Clamp. This is where that low special is really, really not good for us. So, of course, I still went with the wrong strategy here at level 57. But Earthquake will still do a critical hit on Cloyster, and thankfully we don't get hit by Clamp, we get hit by Spike Cannon. Perfect scenario. We're actually in decent HP ranges to go against this Slowbro. If this Slowbro was the yellow one, it would actually have a Psychic type move, but we can get through comfortably without taking any damage. The Jinx is very physically weak, so Earthquake will do good damage, but we finish off with a second Body Slam. The Lapras does exactly what we didn't need it to do and use Hydro Pump on us after a Body Slam paralysis. But I still think this is very doable at this level. So I haven't even used my rare candies yet. We managed to get the Dugong to sleep. This is very typical of this Pokemon. But the Cloyster, of course, is always the make or break of this fight. If it uses Clamp, we might as well just call it a day. If it uses Spike Cannon, we've got a chance. It was crucial that I didn't use Submission, because that means we can get through to the Slowbro and just Earthquake it down into the ground. It's annoying that she uses so many Super Potions, and we do have a little bit of back and forth here. And that brings us on to the Jinx. So the Jinx, if we can get a critical hit here, we do. It gives us a good amount of HP for this Lapras. And Rock Slide is super effective because it's a Water Ice. And because of those two Rock Slides, we managed to tank a Hydro Pump and beat Lorelei. So that took 3 attempts there, which I'm really not happy about. But that brings us on to Bruno. And Bruno shouldn't be a problem considering we've got Earth-type moves. The Onix is going to go down really, really easily. It's going to take two... As if it takes 2 Earthquakes to take down that Onix. That's really annoying. We take it out with a couple of body slams and bring ourselves onto the Hitmonchan. A couple of body slams take it down. Thankfully we don't get frozen this one, as that Hitmonchan seems to like to do to us. And we paralyse that Hitmonlee, bringing us into the second Onix. We want to keep our PP for the Earthquakes, and that brings us on to Machamp versus Machoke. He goes for Focus Energy, which is useless, then Fissure, and we take him out with a final Rock Slide. We've beaten our evolution, and we can move on to Agatha. So Agatha is... You know what? Actually shouldn't be a problem. As long as we can outspeed, we don't get put to sleep, we should actually have a good matchup here. Earthquake is super effective. We've got Rock Slide for the Golbat. And we can use Body Slam as well, and it does big damage with Wing Attack. That's not good. Oh, please don't... Yeah, we get put to sleep. Of course we get put to sleep and Dream Eated. This is so typical of my videos. Basically, the way to win this fight is not to be put to sleep. If you get put to sleep, they're going to use Dream Eater on you, and Dream Eater is more powerful than Psychic. So yeah, we really don't want to be put to sleep. But we managed to beat the Haunter with 1 Earthquake. Brings us on to the Arbok, which of course switches into the Gengar. I mean, we get a free hit on that Gengar to take it out, and switching back into that Arbok means we can take quite a comfortable win there second time. Now here's Lance. This is the reason why I wanted Rock Slide on my moveset. But I am also going to have to change this up a little bit, I think. Rock Slide, it's not got the greatest accuracy. And as you can see, Hydro Pump just does massive damage from 3 HP here. And even Earthquake's not going to take out the Dragonairs. But considering they've got agility on their moveset, that is all they're going to use against us. So we actually can get through the Dragonairs really comfortably. The big problem is that Aerodactyl. We need to have enough HP to tank either a Hyper Beam or a Bite from them and manage to get a Rock Slide in, because it's super effective against that Rock Flying type Pokemon. When you can get through the Gyarados first time without losing any HP, the majority of this fight really does just come down to the Aerodactyl. It is a really annoying Pokemon. He does use Hyper Potions as well. What we were hoping for was that flinch chance, but we do manage to take him out. And that just leaves the Dragonite, which of course is weak to Rock type moves. And because it's got Psychic type moves on its roster, that is all it's going to use against us. The worst thing it can do is use Barrier, because it just means it's going to take us a little bit longer to get past that Dragonite. And now we have finally beaten all of the Elite Four. We only have Jack Ruby left. Let's see how you do, mate. Let's see if you can beat us. So we're level 60 going into this fight. Pidgeot goes for a Sky Attack, and I'm pretty sure right now this is a one-shot. We managed to tank on 17 HP, but we are not going to outspeed that Alakazam, and it sets up Reflect, bringing us to a loss. Not a great start, so let's give it another go. We might need to be up a few more levels, but I don't think we're really going to be at a good level to be able to outspeed any of his Pokemon. I did use my rare candies at this point, because I did try quite a few times and I just could never get past that Alakazam. When you can finally get past the Alakazam, paralyze it, that's the only way to get past that Alakazam. Hope that it doesn't use an attacking move on you. Get the paralysis in, then you can take it out in the second hit. After that, the rest of the fight becomes very trivial. Body Slam and Rock Slide are fantastic moves for the majority of his Pokemon. Even against the Arcanine, super effective. But we do take a lot of damage from Takedown, and that just leaves us with the Venusaur. Earthquake doesn't even take out half of its HP, but we get a critical hit on the second turn to win the fight at level 68. Yeah. Really annoying that I had to use the rare candy sets. I was really hoping for another run where I didn't have to use them, but we managed to beat the league with just a Machoke. Let's see what time we finished on. Level 68, 4 hours and 3 minutes. That's Alakazam level good in terms of how my run went with Alakazam. So that's not bad whatsoever. Makes me excited for when the Machamp comes out. But that is the end of the video. Before we say goodbye though, let's spin the wheel one more time to see what comes up in 2 days' time, as we continue with the month of Retro Brown. I'm really enjoying this month, but it's going to be a long time before I do another month like this anytime soon. It's very taxing, very tiring, a lot of hours having to be put in. First up we have Paris. 4 times weak to fire? I don't think so. Charizard, very strong contender. Let's see what comes up last. I might be going with Charizard here. Oh, Charmander. Yep, Charmander's going to be harder. We're going to go with Charmander over the Charizard this time. Okay, guys, if you've got to this point in the video, hope you're enjoying the month of Retro Brown. Please smash that like and subscribe, you legends. And we will see you in 2 days' time for the Charmander video. Take care. Appreciate yous.